James, we'll catch you in the middle of meeting prospective constituents, etc. in Homesteads. What are the issues that you're finding here?
Every candidate would say, regardless of party, that they're getting issues on the doorstep about speeding, taxation on a local level, obviously on national level, immigration, the economy, and I'm sure every candidate would say that they're getting a really positive reaction. But certainly here in the Homesteads, we've had so much investment in the ward that the three incumbent Conservatives have fought for, and at the same time delivered such a low council tax. So when you can go to your residents and say Thurrock Council, under the Tories, are doing more for less, you really do get a very positive reaction.
So there must have been, you must be cashing in, so to speak, potentially, a lot of goodwill. For example, the work that the three Tory councillors did with planning applications and brownfield sites. Yep. And H11. So are you aware of all that's gone on?
Absolutely. For a ward like the Homesteads, geographically we're rather small, but we're very dense in terms of the fact we've got a very large population and housing. And if a developer wants to buy a single home, knock it down and erect something much larger, you can't help but cause intrusion. Now, I'm very pro-business, but I'm never going to forget the fact I'm elected by residents, I'm not elected by business. So I'm always going to be fighting for residents in the ward when it comes to what I do consider and what they overwhelmingly consider intrusive development.
Well, something like the Labour candidate Tony Benson's been a very high-profile worker in different
Yep.
voluntary organisations, and how can you fight against that?
Well, Tony Benson has been the Labour stand-bearer for the last 10 years or so, but I think you should get involved in this process, not because your party needs a candidate, but because you honestly feel that this is the time that you've got something to contribute. Now, living in the ward my entire life, and probably not an electoral good thing for me to say this, but I do jog in the ward and I see the entire ward on a daily basis. And for me to be able to say that, it gives me a level of knowledge, and I do think this is the time where I can contribute something, and I'm certainly not here just because my party needs a candidate. I feel you have to do this because you feel a genuine calling, otherwise you certainly wouldn't be able to put up with the more unpleasant comments or the more vindictive press.
One thing I've noticed over the years, over here in places like Homesteads and South in Corringham, is that your party is very well organised at eking out the key votes. Is that true?
Yeah, we're a very professional operation simply because when we communicate with residents, we really do get the full picture. Now, you said that how much work my three incumbent councillors have done here, and I do have very big shoes to fill, but the reason that people characterise us as a very well organised operation is because I was brought up slowly in the party from being the chairman of the Conservative Future, the deputy chairman of the association, working on casework and slowly building up to the point that I felt I was ready to jump in and actually get involved for the Homesteads.
But you're not a drone, I would hope.
No.
You know, last night I watched Amanda Wilton, a Conservative councillor in Averley. There's no whipping, I know, in committees, but
Yep.
she decided to go against her other two colleagues. Are you a free spirit, so to speak?
I'm elected by my residents, I'm not elected by my party, and once again for me, my residents are my neighbours. I know the UKIP candidate is also a candidate in Norfolk, the BNP candidate comes from Grays, but I am fighting this campaign on positive issues, and if people elect me, they are electing James Halden, their representative on Thurrock Council, not the other way around.